What an absolutely insane couple of weeks Luna has had. It has been 100% one of the best performing coins on the crypto market at the moment. And today we're going to take another look, perform some technical analysis and make some predictions on where we can expect to see Luna go in the near future. Let's check it out. How's it going, guys? Ryan here and welcome back to another crypto video. We're once again taking a look at one of the channel favorite coins, Luna, which sits on the Terra blockchain. It has performed extremely well over the past couple of weeks, and for my portfolio at least has been the best performing coin. So absolutely fantastic stuff there. We're going to be performing our usual technical analysis using indicators such as moving average, MACD and RSI to make some predictions on where we can expect to see the price of Luna go within the next few days, weeks and months. But before we jump into that, guys, please remember to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy today's video, and if you want to see more of this sort of content, hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. We cover crypto, investing, stocks and wealth management. I'd also love to know your thoughts down in the comments section below on Luna. If you're a Luna holder as well, let us know down in the comments. But without any further ado, let's jump into the computer and start some technical analysis. Welcome into CoinSpot, guys. If you're looking to buy Luna or any other cryptos, there's a link down in the description of today's video where you can sign up right now and start buying cryptocurrency. But let's take a look at the Luna chart. And as you can see, even on the hourly, we've been performing very well over the past couple of days. And we're currently sitting at a value of $17 Australian. I'm going to jump into the daily chart just to see exactly where we are. We did have a bit of a dip, but this was after a meteoric rise to $29 Australian. That's what I'm saying. This coin has flown. And as you can see, yes, we have dropped, but the recovery is now on, back as I mentioned at $17 Australian. Numbers we haven't seen in recent history. So let me just draw a few key things. I suppose we're not going to draw the trend line. The trend line's been broken. The downtrend, which obviously came from the peak and it's gone through, that's broken. We've seen that in many of our other videos. The key now is to identify those core support and resistance points that we are likely to encounter. So from a support perspective, we actually have a new level of support. And this has been brought about by basically us just absolutely smashing one of our previous resistance points. And this is roughly at about $15.50. I'll draw a line in right there. As you can see, this is a point which has been used in the past, I suppose, for price action on over a number of days. Obviously, when we had our huge dip, we went through that point. We tried to get back up there, didn't get there. But now, as you can see, it is being used as a point of, I suppose, support, and we've broken through it. So fantastic stuff on the chart there. As we always say, the previous resistance points become the new support points. So $15.50 roughly, that's where we're sitting. Now, obviously sitting at $17, where is the target? Where are we aiming to go next? Well, let's try and work out where the resistance is. And I think in the short term, we're actually probably sitting about where it is at the moment, just due to the price action that occurred back in middle of April. So as you can see right here in the middle of April, plenty of price action occurred at this point, which is $17.80. So currently we're sitting at $17.08, so we're not that far away. And it is a point that I think we have tried to test within the past few days, bounced off it, and then we're coming back. It's not a major trading channel for us that we're sitting in between this support and resistance point. So that means I think we really need to see a move upwards in that perspective. But that will effectively be the goal for us in the next few days, to break this key point of resistance at $17 and roughly 65-70 cents, and then keep moving upwards. Then where do we go? Well, it really moves then to the spot where we've seen a lot of price action occurring, and I mean like a ton. and it's the $20.60 mark. As you can see, over literally the past few months, this point has been a major area for price action. So we'll be aiming for this sort of region next when we do manage to get through this point here. But I want to start drawing in a few more indicators as well. Firstly, I'm actually going to bring up the RSI this time. And the reason being is because I knew, just based on looking at the previous few weeks worth of trading, that this coin would be overbought. And as you can see, we are certainly overbought right now, sitting roughly at an RSI of 78. So we're significantly in that range. We have been in that range previously for, extended periods of time, but it's got to calm down and we've got to come back into the norm. So I do suspect what we might see now is a bit of sideways trading, and potentially, if we do see that, this area which has now formed previously, I suppose, just below our support point, this will really act as an area for us to see some consolidation occur. Hopefully we do maintain support, but if not, we do have this area as well here, so that's good stuff. I'd like to see this RSI come down to, maybe about 60 before we then see a peak and start moving once again. So let's just move that one on. Let's have a look at the MACD before we check out our moving averages as well. As you can see, much as you'd expect, we had the cross there, which we saw in our previous video, and we started moving upwards. You can see that, I suppose, we're starting to move, I suppose, in a diverging direction, which is expected. And if the buying backs off and we see the RSI cool down, I expect what we'll see is the blue line cross below the red, and we'll see that consolidation occur. Once again, I don't think we're going to see a reversal in this short-term trend. I think it's going to be a consolidation before we keep moving upwards. Now for the exciting stuff, guys, the moving averages. And the moving averages are exciting because it looks like what we're going to finally see is those elusive golden crosses. And those golden crosses indicate that the overall trend of a coin or a stock or a forex or whatever it is has changed. So let's just bring these in right now. Our 20-day moving average, our 50-day and our 200-day. So just so you can see exactly what's going on, we did have a golden cross of the 20-day through the 50-day back on the 10th of July. Now, not much occurred from there, but it indicated that from a short-term perspective, we're starting to move now in the right direction. What we are seeing now is that 50-day is arching upwards along with the 20-day and moving in the right direction. What we are going to see likely in the next few days is the 20-day moving average is going to cross through the 200-day moving average, the real long-term one. And that's great news, because given that we're below it at the moment, it indicates that really what's occurring is that we're not really trending in the right direction, but a crossover of that point is a significant milestone for us to prove. Even better if we can see potentially the 50-day cross above the 200-day in this sort of a manner, then that would be fantastic. And for those of you listening along, the 20-day moving average is at $12.20. The 50-day moving average is sitting at $9.97. And finally, the 200-day moving average is sitting at roughly $13 almost. So you can see they're not too far apart, and this price action, if it is maintained, will see those moving averages crossing over once again. So that's great stuff for all holders of Luna. So as I say, what is the prediction for the video? Well, the first target is very clearly to get through this key resistance point we're seeing here at roughly $17.65 Australian. That is number one. Then the overall target is to try and get to this $20.60 sort of mark. Try and hit that point and see if we start to see a bit of, I suppose, momentum grow. Bitcoin, weirdly enough, the little drop that has occurred today has not really impacted us. We saw a bit of a dip, then a recovery, so that's good news. Looks like Luna is performing significantly better than many other coins on the crypto market, and it's doing a bit more of its own thing rather than being influenced by the actions of other coins. So that is great news. I'd love to know your thoughts on Luna down in the comments section below. Do you think we're going to hit the price targets laid out in today's video? If you do, why is that the case? Or if you've got some other targets in mind, let us know as well. If you did enjoy today's analysis, remember to leave a thumbs up. And if you want to see more, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on those bell notifications. We cover crypto, stocks, investing, and wealth management. So if that tickles your fancy, join the channel. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Cheers.